In all of us there is a doer and a watcher. Our brains have these multiple personalities, and when we are trying to learn something, when we are trying to tackle a new challenge, those two voices will jump in. The doer has a little bit of a reckless, arrogant, confident approach to life, likes to execute even without much planning. The watcher is somewhat more passive, more insecure, and more inquisitive. So it's not all negative in either of these personalities. They need each other though. So it is very important that we know when to activate them to take the most benefit out of the unavoidable presence of these two voices. You definitely don't want to dissolve any of them. You don't want to be simply a doer who jumps into projects without planning, without risk mitigation, without awareness of next steps. But you also don't want to be a watcher who just sees life happen. One of the most important aspects of identifying these personalities is obviously self-awareness. So when you are in the process of learning something, try to be conscious of who's participating now. Usually when you start to make mistakes, that's because your watcher has jumped in and he starts to ask questions, and that creates a bit of a snowball effect. At times, the only way to override that doubt is by providing answers. So if the watcher starts to feel a little insecure about what's happening next and why are you doing this now and are you sure, just go back to the basics. Answer the questions. If you feel like you're just in mindless action and not many results are coming your way, then you need to activate the watcher, because the doer has clearly overtaken the whole process and you're just doing things and going through the motions. So maybe it's time to step back and maybe journal a bit. But like I said, you don't want to dissolve any of these personalities. You don't want to be a full-on doer who never really assesses risk, for example. And you don't want to be someone who's so doubtful that you can't even take the first step. So when you're learning, ask yourself, who jumps in first, the doer or the watcher? And when that happens, ask the other one to join the conversation. See how that goes. Good luck.